My name's Nick Matthews. I'm a regional director for Total Produce, who are the largest wholesaler of fresh fruit and vegetables in the UK. We distribute every fruit or vegetable you could name. We sell it, and we sell to kind of anybody that buys fresh produce. So from the small cafe and coffee shop to schools, hospitals, prisons, universities, farm shops, secondary wholesalers, anybody will pay. A lot of our English apples that we sell here out of Bristol are grown in a place called Four Elms Fruit Farm in Sidmouth in Devon. It's run by a family, the Smedley family. Richard Smedley, the father, and his son Mark now works with him. And it's in a beautiful location, and they grow some fantastic apples. All the apple trees are actually quite a low height. They're no taller than me, so all the apples that you see growing in Four Elms Fruit Farm will be actually picked by hand, and they're put into a bucket with a really soft liner that kind of just flows them through gently so they don't get bruised. And then they're all packed by hand as well into a 2-layer box. Those boxes are then stacked onto a pallet. That pallet's then lifted onto one of our lorries when it drives into the farm in Sidmouth, and then the lorry comes back here on an afternoon and the apples are unloaded ready for the next day's market. And then from there, either customers come to market and pick up the apples themselves and then take them away to their own shops and restaurants or farm shop, or we have our own fleet of vehicles at the back of the warehouse, and every morning they leave the market between 4:30 and 6 a.m. to deliver to customers all across the southwest. The first apple of the English season is Discovery, which is quite a light flavoured apple, doesn't store very well, so that season's over within 2 or 3 weeks. And then that's available in early August, and then from September onwards you see the start of other varieties with Coxes and Royal Gala and Russets becoming available. Coxes, some people pick Coxes too early and they're a little bit too sharp when they first come out, so it's best to give it a couple of weeks and then dip in. And now we're in the first couple of weeks in October, and Coxes are their absolute best, and they're probably the best eaten apple around at the moment, I would say. I think there's a strong future for British grown produce, kind of like local and British are the keywords and buzzwords for us in our industry now. So I think there will always be a place for British apples, and you see the supermarkets and the independent retailers giving them more and more support over the last few years, which is fantastic. It's never going to be easy for them, but as long as they're picking the right varieties to grow, I think there will always be a place for them. Well, in terms of the nutritional value of apples, I think they're the perfect snack really, because they're fat-free. There's no added salt, there's no added sugar, there's only natural sugars in them. They're a really good source of fibre, and they're full of vitamins, so what more could you want? My favourite apple is the Egremont Russet. It's a bit of an old classic. I think the appearance of it, a lot of people now go for bicoloured apples. They're just kind of educated that way by supermarkets to buy the apples that are red because they're going to be sweet. It's not the sweetest apple, it's got a slightly nutty flavour, but I absolutely love it. My favourite apple recipe would be tart tatin, which is apples laid on pastry with a nice caramel sauce and probably a big dollop of vanilla ice cream. It tastes fantastic.